third eye atlas is just an emissary of telling us from our subconscious and our unconscious mind, collectively and individually, that it's time to awaken. And it's giving new DNA upgrades to the earth in the way of geometry, because geometry is the QR code for the subconscious mind. The 24 strand has already been inside of our DNA in the dodecahedral array. It's just activating the icosahedron within it that activates the 24 strands. The truth is, this is literally the ensign or the symbolism of the split between old Earth and new Earth. It's going to be about 144 million people. We're in this transition phase. We're literally at the crossroads between timelines right now. I don't believe that what we're even talking about is the speed of light. What we're actually speaking about is the speed of our perception. In the 8th dimension, what we consider infinite is actually still proportional. And I've been downloading the math all the way up to the 12th dimension. This is new. I've shared this with Noah. Are you ready to get your mind blown? We live in a U-inverse. We've talked about this before. So that means that every experience that you have on the outside of you is just somehow a projection of what's happening inside of you. So if all of a sudden in your outer world, there's something like a 3-eye atlas that's showing up. And by the way, everything by your higher self gets encrypted. Even 3-eye atlas is actually tied to 3rd eye atlas. And what does Atlas do? Atlas lifts up the earth, right? So 3rd eye atlas is actually the 3rd eye activation that will lift up the frequency of earth. I can't hear you right now for some reason.
No, I'm just fascinated by what you just said.
Yeah, but doesn't that just resonate?
Deeply.
Right? So what's actually happening then? What it's doing is it's basically acting as a reminder for all of us of who we are and why we're here. And so how is it basically encrypting itself? Well, of course, it's showing up as an, extra solar system object that's basically come in from the outside, which assumes then that there is an outside, right? It assumes then that there is a larger universe for us to experience, or U-inverse for us to experience, and that maybe there's some sort of message coming in. I mean, there's so many different aspects of this that tell you it's not your standard comet, right? There's no way that it's a standard comet because, first of all, it's got this funky name, which of course we think it just means the 3rd interstellar object that's come in from outside, but there are no coincidences in this U-inverse. We don't associate Atlas meaning anything other than lifting up the earth, but actually that's what Atlas does. He lifts up the earth, right? And also I would say it's lifting up the new earth and the split. This is basically becoming the emblematic split between lower consciousness and higher consciousness existences. So the people that are in higher consciousness are seeing the 3rd eye atlas for what it is, which is a conscious uplifting device that is a reflection of our subconscious mind that's basically projected into our outer world. And the people that are thinking that it's some sort of dystopian psyop, or that might be thinking that it's something untoward, or even an alien armada that's coming to attack us. The truth is, as you move and start feeling about how the universe works around you, once you realize all of this, that your thoughts become your reality. Your belief system becomes your reality. You don't get what you deserve in this life. We don't experience the earth as it is. We experience it as we are. So as a result, whatever you believe is what you're going to get. Just like Henry Ford said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you will be right. So if you see something in a fearful way, it's going to become that manifestation for you. So this is literally the ensign or the symbolism of the split between old Earth and new Earth. How you perceive it is actually defining what you will experience.
It's also interesting because you're referring to, in the crux of that, you've also said the Earth is sort of ascending into its 6th dimension as well. And so is this part of this Atlas uplift that you're referring to?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's all symbolism and it's emblematic. What I believe it means for the Earth to be raising in the 6th dimension is that we're going from an experience that has been about breath, about mirror recursion in the 5th dimension, and not everyone's in the 5th dimension, right? There's probably tens of thousands of people now that are in the fifth dimensional experience. That's an experience where you've transcended beyond duality, where you realize that everything has its equal opposite. You realize that even all the dark aspects of your life that have come up are actually there for a reason, and that you programmed it all. And there's nobody else to blame for it except for you. It's taking radical responsibility for your life. And so people that are in that mode and no longer blaming, but rather contemplative and looking at, okay, this is in my outer world. Why is it in my outer world? Start breaking down the words. What is it? Third eye atlas. Okay, 3I. That's kind of funny. Third eye. Yeah. Are we supposed to be going through a third eye awakening? Yes. And Atlas, the job of Atlas is to lift up the world. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. So we're not really thinking about it. It's just like the other interstellar object that's come in right behind it, which is called Swan R2. And why does Swan R2 exist? Well, because it's a representation of our North Star position moving from Polaris into Deneb, which is the Swan constellation. Right? The cosmic womb is Deneb. So
Wow.
all of this symbolism is actually telling us something about what's happening inside of us. We're starting to learn to balance our masculine and feminine. And that's what the cosmic womb is all about, is learning the balance. And this is where mankind starts to either take on its wings as angels, or for those that haven't decided yet to ascend, and everyone will, eventually everyone will, they're going to basically either continue out their experience here, or they're going to get reassigned to another planet. And that's basically what's coming. And for the people that move in the fifth dimension and the sixth dimensions, they're literally going to take on their light bodies. And eventually, people won't be able to see us. Only people in the same dimension will be able to see us.